isn't news to you by now, but the world never stands still. And as long as we live, we will have to make our peace with a fair degree of unpredictability on this planet. Privately, economically, nationally, there will always be change in your life, which means you will have to make a plan to move with that change. So to be able to change with the world is actually not a luxury. It's about staying on your ship, on course, working with the weather, instead of simply resisting the weather, wishing it away. Where we live here, we had an interesting experience in the last week where we were busy making a few tweaks to our water system. And we got 3 very competent people to give us quotes and tell us what the best plan is to make. They gave us more or less the same price range quotes, competent, smart people. And after selecting one, we asked ourselves, so why did we select this person? Because the other 2 were as smart. And eventually, after thinking for quite some while, we realized the single reason why we chose this person was the adaptability of his quote. In other words, being willing to adapt a few things to align with our micro requests in putting it in place. In other words, his flexibility. Now, thinking back about it, I wonder if the other 2 people will ever get this message. They're extremely competent and smart, but there's a lack of flexibility in their offering, which may well cost them. I don't know who will ever say that to them. The celebrated Charles Darwin, you may recall, once stated a very important thing. He said, it's not the strongest of species that survive, nor the most intelligent, but the one most responsive to change. Isn't that amazing? The one that chooses the power of compromise over the force of resistance. Not the most intelligent, not the strongest, the one most responsive to change. So just a question to you then, do you fit this template of survival? Are you change fit enough where you are now in your life? Are you steady when your well-treaded ways are disrupted? Are you thoughtfully responsive enough when life brings its unexpected moments to you? Do you bend well when the wind changes direction? Or do you teeter on braking too often because of resisting change? How would you describe your relationship with change and the ability to adapt? As you ponder your relationship with change, let me just frame a few thoughts that may help you to think them through, these questions. And the 3 very simple guiding posts. What is change again? That's the first point I just want to leave with you while you think about your relationship with change. You know the answer, actually. At its core, change means a process of replacement. Something gives way to something else. That's how simple it is. Maybe a shift in your habits, maybe like that, a new phase in your career, a relationship that changes its nature. Your kid grew up and now suddenly it's a young adult, it's not a child anymore. A course-altering business call you may be making in your life or in your career. You realize all of this happened to you in the last 20 years. And it's busy happening to you in a small and a big way as we speak. Just compare your life now as you sit here today to 20 years ago. When you compare those 2 snapshots, the difference you note is called change. A lot of change took place in your life over the last 20 years. Now, sometimes these alterations are welcomed. Other times it hits you like a wave you didn't see it coming. Some changes are small, like choosing a new toothbrush, or just start writing with a new pen. It's not earth-shattering stuff. Others feel earth-shattering, like relocating your family to a different country, for instance, or closing a life chapter. losing someone you love, big stuff. So no matter the scale, all change has one thing in common. It introduces the unusualness of replacing the known with the less known. And with any newness comes some tension, strangely enough. Not because something is wrong always, but simply because it's new. Even good change can unsettle you. Having a child, big thing. Landing a promotion, retiring one day. In my case, it's replacing Windows 95. It's a big thing. Even joy and improvement, when it alters your life, carries stress. Why is that? Even good things bringing you stress. Because I think deep down it challenges your mental model. It demands reorientation on the inside. It requires adaptation on the outside from your known path. And remember, we're creatures of habit. We like our known paths. That's the definition of change. Just a small footnote here. When you consider the nature of change, and I want to make you just aware of this small thing. Most of us are aware of the big things that happens in our lives, that's causing change in our lives. But we tend to underestimate the slow, small ones, the invisible ones, the compounding ones. You guys know you don't gain 20 kilos in a weekend. You do it by one extra scoop of pudding twice a week. You don't fall out of love in a day. You drift apart one avoidable quarrel at a time. You don't lose your edge at work overnight. You sort of slowly trade your sharpness for the ease of going through the motions. And you suddenly become financially independent, financially free from one clever transaction. You made monthly investing part of your rule book. That's how simple it was. These are small accumulators of choice or small slips of neglect. Sometimes we're choosing these changes, but sometimes they're simply happening because we're not paying attention. Ask yourself the question, what's evolving slowly and quietly in my world, small enough to miss? Am I aware of it? Enough aware of it? What's growing by default at this point in my life because I'm allowing it? Because when some of these tectonic shifts eventually come, they're actually the product of months or years of small unacknowledged movements in your life. Stay aware of these. My point with this footnote, one of the best ways to take command of the big changes is to own the small ones as well. To shape them according to your own will before they shape you. While doing so, remember to see many small positive shifts that can grow into lasting gains in your life as well. Be deliberate to make subtle yet smart changes that may give you big returns over time. Don't miss the minor upgrades.